one thing that happens every year around this time is that there are people who, for some unknown reason, want to dress up and look like me. There's no accounting for taste. But it would probably be a good idea for people to learn how simple it is to look this bad. So first of all, you use any kind of base, face makeup, whatever color fits your face. And then the second thing you do is get lipstick, hopefully a sort of scary blood red, and you would put that on your lip there. In my case, it was a shade that my wife didn't want, so she said, here, can you use this? That's what I did. Okay, now, the next thing you're going to need is available all the time around Halloween here, and that's black makeup. Now, they sell like a pan-type makeup or a liquid-type makeup, or you could just have somebody punch you in both eyes to start you off, but I think this might be a little less painful. So what you would do is, putting on this makeup is pretty much just like drawing on your face. Erasing it is a different thing, but let's see. So you would go right around your eyes there, like this, right up to the eyebrows, and then you would fill it in with the black makeup. As long as you can draw close to a circle, and believe me, as I get older, it's a little tougher for me too, but I've managed to be able to get used to drawing this around my eye. That's the first thing. The most important thing is around the eyes. Now on the nose, and I do happen to have one, there are shadows on the side that's supposed to emphasize the long front of your nose. So you basically just kind of draw a straight line, and almost like a little triangle on either side there. And that creates the shadow. Now the next thing is the mustache. You might notice that, like in many of the Groucho Marx movies, this mustache is painted on. The reason for that is that many years ago, I used to use one that you'd stick on with spirit gum, and when I went to my dentist, he said, boy, your gums are really in bad shape. What are you doing? And we figured out it was because the spirit gum would leak into my mouth, and that stuff's pretty nasty stuff. So I thought, if it's good enough for Groucho, it's good enough for me, and I started to paint it on, and you just, again, use the same black paint there, and you draw a mustache with really cheap-looking little handlebars on the side. And again, you just fill it in. It's pretty simple to do. And like I said, it's much less noxious than using that awful spirit gum. Now the next thing would be to draw the lines on your lips. Sounds like a line from a song, but it isn't. There you go. See, just like that. Very simple. Then these are supposed to be shadows. People have said, oh, nice sideburns. They're not sideburns. It's supposed to be shadows that emphasize the cheekbones, as if it's a sort of, drawn look. And of course, I've gained enough weight that there's no drawing going on there. But you do that, you try to make it emphasizing the main lines like that, and then you make it a little lighter on the sides there, so it's again like sort of shadow type thing. I can't really do that here, but you get the idea. And you can blend that with your finger using the regular black stuff to make it lighter going over the flesh colored stuff. Now what's missing, other than a brain, it's this. It's a little goatee. It's kind of like a soul patch that was well fertilized and now has grown a little bit. So you can get that, you can get, they call it crepe hair. It's like a goatee, but it's not quite as full, so you can trim a goatee. That's a new game show coming up on the CW, trim a goatee. So, okay, so you put that right here, and that I do stick on with spirit gum, although you can probably use like eyelash adhesive or something else, and that will make it easier for you to take it off too. They do have spirit gum removal stuff that you can use, and that takes that off as well if you take it off. Now obviously, I now look like an egg that I've decorated for Easter. But here, then you get a wig, and of course this is my real hair. Any sort of long wig that's dark color will work. Just about complete the look for you. And the final thing you need, of course, is a top hat. And there are various kinds. This one has a sort of bell to it, as they say, kind of like those Charles Dickens type ones. It bugs the Dickens out of me. But okay, so you'd have, obviously, finally, the hat. And basically, That's it. You can look exactly like me. I apologize for it ahead of time, but it's a lot of fun. Every year I see so many people who dress like me, and people that I say, boy, do I really look that bad? But I'll leave that to you. I'm sure you'll look marvelous if you put this stuff on. And if you believe that, I've got some swampland in Berwyn to sell you.